want to see you. Oh, hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I will be telling the narrative of a young dinosaur who goes on an adventure to his own mansion to find out that his wife and that lady next door were killed in the process. You see all these women here? The world may never know their name, but they're here. And, she rejected me, so I rejected her. The world may never know who the killer is behind this mask, but me, I know it's me, 'cause I beat a woman to death with a flashlight. But that's not the real meaning of the story, you know. The meaning of the story is a lonely man in his late 90s who dresses up like a dinosaur for fun. This is his house, and these are his murders. He lives in the pool under the rock. You may never know what is under the rock, because there's nothing under the rock but not dead bodies. No, not dead bodies. Don't go under the rock. There's no dead bodies under there, I swear. Anyways, he found a man at his house, had no idea. Is this the Playboy Mansion? What? Oh my god, it's the exact same. Oh my god, it is the Playboy Mansion. That's why there's so many. Anyways, back to the story. There was a woman in her late 80s standing there on his porch. He had nothing to do with her, but he wanted to kill her. 'Cause he's a demonic little baby. She died that evening. To a gunshot to the head. Nobody knows who this man is. Except maybe the Playboy Mansion owner. I don't know. But listen here, everybody. This is no ordinary serial killer. This is the purple-shirted eye stabber. Without the purple shirt this time. I can't believe I didn't know this was the Playboy Mansion. This is Excuse me, sir. Have you seen this man? His name is the purple-shirted eye stabber. He kinda, you know, kills people. 'Cause I have. This boy, this kid, this. I heard somebody else scream. Who was it? You guys. This is my house. Why are there so many people in my house? Get out of my house, you gay people! He realized he had to get out of there as fast as he could. So he parked in the back with his 1978 McLaren P1. He went seeking help. He knew just who to call. We need to get out of here, he said. But there's no way out. his friends exclaimed. "There is a way out, if I'm here." He tricked the cops into going around the front and escaped through the back. I can't believe I didn't know that was the Playboy Mansion. He called his friend Batman, and he hooked him up with a garage somewhere in the middle of nowhere where he could hide. He soon realized that the waypoint set on his car was not for the middle of nowhere. In fact, it was for the most genuine building in the world. The tallest building in California. And he couldn't tell if he should go or if it was a trap. But he decided Batman is nothing against an RPG. And he went. He went and he went and he went. He drove and he drove and he drove as far away as he could drive. But the drive was not enough. Because when he got there, there were cops surrounding the entire area. As he expected, Batman had turned on him. He rushed into the garage Batman had so carefully set up, and he found himself back in his home garage. He knew he needed to change his identity. So he did. And he did so proudly. He went rushing up to the office where he lived, and he changed his identity. His buddy up in the office, well, he knows a couple of secrets. And he knew that I was in trouble. He was in trouble. So he decided he needed to help him out the best he could. He supplied him with a re-identification. He called off the cops around him. And then he supplied him with new clothing. He decided he needed him to be as inconspicuous as possible. So he chose a ninja suit. He decided his friend should escape via helicopter. Because this was business. Especially with Batman on his tail. He needed to drop everything in his life and go live a new one.
Pegasus Lifestyle Management, how can I help you? Thank you, sir. It's now waiting for you at our nearest harbor.
He took a helicopter as fast as he could out of there. He didn't know where he needed to go, but he needed to go. Freak. He decided to ditch the helicopter, since flying might not be the best idea in Los Santos, where there's millions of cops around every corner. He parachuted down to his last hope. This crazily trained assassin got in his dinghy and tried to get out of Los Santos as quick as possible. But the cops had already been searching the area for him. He would be lucky if he could survive and get out of Los Santos a free man. So he drove and he drove as fast as he could away from everything. But he drove and he drove and he drove, but the cops were still on his tail. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know where to go. He just drove. And he drove. And he drove. Until soon, late in the evening, he pulled up on the safe house boat, far from Los Santos. Ignore that. Far from Los Santos. He parked his boat, and he set for sail to a better life. My chain is a jazz, and I'm banging on. Oh, right. Mr. Play. Australia, he was headed to. He knew this was where he would start a new life. Obviously, he needed to dispose of the murder weapons, so he did. He disposed of every single one of them. Every single murder weapon he had ever used. All 3 of them. 4 of them. All 4 of them. He was now living a clean life. I'm gonna pick these up before they despawn again. He was living a clean life now. No worries. Nothing. Just him and his boat. He was setting sail for far, far away, where the police could never claim his life. But surely he didn't get very far when he heard sirens in the near distance. He saw police boats coming towards him. He had to fend them off. And scene. Now, who was this character? Do we know if he was a good guy or if he was a bad guy? It seems as it's explained in the story he was a murderer, but maybe just a crazy man who was lost in his own mind. Possibly just trying to escape the severe punishments of the United States. Or maybe he was just a cold-blooded murderer who deserved everything he did. Maybe the ship he was on was actually run by the cops. Maybe that's why he got busted so quickly. Maybe that's why the helicopter didn't work, which was mentioned but not paid attention to. Go back in the video and see. Was the helicopter mentioned? You'll see.